Hi, everybody. I'm Monika, and it's Kotlin Crew Community Talks, where we discuss all the things connected to Kotlin, one of the most trending programming languages at the moment. Today, I am joined by Nishant, who is actually using it at his work. Hi, hello.
Hello, hi everyone.
Could you just tell us something more about yourself and like your coding career right now?
I'm Nishant, and I'm a first year undergraduate student at Imperial College London. I started coding way back when I was like 11 years old, and I've been in touch with Kotlin for like 5 years, and it's currently my favorite programming language. And thank you for inviting me because I'm a big advocate of Kotlin and how good the language is, the variety of things it offers. So yes, I'd love to share my insights and have a conversation with you regarding Kotlin and stuff that follows.
So maybe we will start with how it started, because you said you started coding once you were 11, and 5 years ago you put your hands on Kotlin. So what was the reason? Where had you heard about it?
So I started programming because my computer tutor he used to teach me computer science. So he taught me the basics, and then we went on to Java. So I worked in Java for an extensive amount of time, and since I had a good knowledge of it, I switched over to like Android development using Java. And since in being in that environment, I got to know about Kotlin and how it's booming in that year. And then I decided, let's try this new language. Let's see what it has. And I'm glad I did.
Were there any projects that you actually was involved in that used Kotlin that you're the most proud of?
Yes, I used Kotlin in companies that I've interned for last years and such, where we worked on like video players, we worked on app shortcuts, widgets, app widgets, and such like that. And I was part of a team for a few months where we were building a finance technology application where we were trying to unify all bank accounts into one single application. So that was pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, you are an advocate, an avid advocate of Kotlin online, especially with your Medium blog, and I saw a lot of interesting content out there. Why did you decide to actually, write about Kotlin and encourage people to use it?
I had a gap year between high school and college, and I always wanted to, write or make videos on programming and such because you know how YouTube is like the main book for programming. Like everyone goes to YouTube to program, but making videos was not was a bit time taking. I found like blogging to be more expressive. The way you write stuff, the way you can explain stuff as a blog is also quite effective. So that's how like I started blogging and I started sharing my thoughts everywhere else, and I gained some publicity. And yeah, I'm really happy that I'm still continuing it despite like exams and college. I still try to find time to like not just Kotlin. I try to bring in on Rust as well, but it's mainly Kotlin.
Yeah, and the reactions are quite impressive. A lot of people are following your content, so definitely it's worth taking a look at. And to all of you who are watching us, we will link to Nishant's blog below so that you could go through his really insightful articles. And what I like the most is that they don't only contain that really insightful knowledge, but also the language that you're using. It's even for a person who's not a developer like myself, it's a pleasure to read, and definitely, it sheds more light on the technology as it works and why is it worth considering. Okay, so maybe one more thing that I would like to ask you right now is that if you were to start your own business, I'm not sure if you're like a business savvy person, but if you were to start your own business, maybe build the next big thing, like the next Amazon or the next Netflix or Trello or Pinterest or
Yeah.
whatever else uses Kotlin. Like, do you have any ideas in mind? I mean, in general, what are the possible use cases? Because, we have Kotlin. This is a very safe and stable technology. So what are the possible use cases? What would you recommend using it for as a person who actually already worked on some commercial projects?
Kotlin is it's supported by Google for Android development. So Google back in 2019, it switched the entire code base to Kotlin. So every new feature, every new code base that Google releases, it's Kotlin based. And there are a lot of things that you can do by developing an Android app with Kotlin. And you can't do that with Java because of the restrictions. And so Android development is a major field. And something that has been growing is the server side development. So you can create web servers with Kotlin, and because of the strict type safety, but it's an entire different ecosystem that you're a part of if you are creating web servers in Kotlin.
Okay, and maybe switching back to those who are watching us who maybe are developers or want to be developers. If they were to follow your footsteps and maybe they already have some experience with Java, how to start with Kotlin?
How to start with Kotlin? Again, I would say is YouTube and articles and other books and such. So these places, like right now, there's so much content on how to learn Kotlin. So you can pick your favorite YouTuber, your favorite style, and your favorite article writer, and just see how things work, how to program, what's the syntax, what are the different things that Kotlin offers, and you'll see that slowly you'll get used to the language, and that is really beneficial.
Do you think it's a good idea to maybe start some mini project that is not necessarily a commercial one, but just to try to build a simple app?
Yes, definitely. If you're first starting to learn Kotlin, you have something called Advent of Code, which people might or might not have heard of it. So there's a 30-day challenges where you can log into each day and try to solve a problem using programming. It's not restrictive which language you can use, but if you're learning Kotlin for the first time, try doing those programs in Kotlin. They're nice, kind of like YOLO project. So YOLO project is also another option. So you can practice the basic of Kotlin, get used to the syntax, how things work around. Then you can start with Android applications. If you're interested in that area, learn maybe 2 or 3 topics and create a mini app on that. Then move on to 4 or 5 more topics and create an app with whatever you know. So you don't get stuck in a loop of just learning and not doing anything.
I think putting things to practice actually makes it more useful. So I assume it's how you did it. You started doing something and not just learning. And I remember, I think I've read it in one of your articles. Just stop just learning to code.
Yes.
And actually start creating some things. So I believe that it's a great way to maybe step out of your comfort zone and just try and have fun with Kotlin. I think one of the people I spoke to here during the community talks actually summarized this process with have fun with Kotlin, and I think it's supposed to be fun if you're starting to learn a new thing. And you're a teacher, by the way. Is that
yes?
So do you agree that in order to learn something new, the best way it's to have fun with it?
Yes, definitely. Because if you're learning something, then it's possible you might forget how to do it. So it's good to keep in practice. And say, for example, I'm teaching, or you're learning something, and you may not you might miss 5% of something, right? And if you put into practice, you will see that, oh, I did not actually learn this, but this is how it actually works. So you fill in some knowledge gaps which you may or may not have learned. So that can give you a whole experience to your entire journey.
That sounds really thrilling, I would say. So thank you very much. And I think we've got some, I would say, encouragement, at least the people who are watching us who maybe haven't started yet, to actually give it a try. And definitely, as I've mentioned before, go through Nishant's articles with a lot of insights and also some references to other blogs as well. So it's like an endless well of knowledge out there online. And that's why we're creating this Kotlin community, so that you could also learn from others and that you could get connected. So if you're still not subscribing to our channel and if you're still not in our LinkedIn group, I definitely recommend joining, because we will be talking to more guests who are actually having fun with Kotlin. Yeah, thank you very much once again. And is there any final announcement or something that you would like to say before we finish?
Yes, as you're learning Kotlin, I'd suggest have like a parallel Java code. So because Kotlin minimizes a lot of the code you would normally write in Java, so there's a lot of stuff you might miss out or not understand why it's happening in Kotlin. It's because this happened in Java. So to improve on that, we do it in Kotlin. So while learning Kotlin, as if you've not learned Java, it's a good idea to have some Java equivalent code at the side so you can compare and see the difference and know exactly the syntax of Kotlin and how it's structured.
Great idea.
Yeah.
And I see where you're coming from. So once again, thank you very much. I will be in touch with you. Are you building your next big thing using Kotlin, and would you like to spread the word about it? Become the guest of our next Kotlin Crew Community Talks. Click on the link in the description box and see how you can contribute.